The transgender community, should they have their own category in sports? Let's get uncomfortable. So there's no denying it, folks. The Olympics is trying to show us that transgender people are real and they need to compete. And it's not just the Olympics that have shown this. The transgender topic has been a topic of many YouTubers around the world, and a lot of them have stated that transgender people are real. There are some people, not me, some people who believe that gender is non-binary, which means gender is just a mere construct of your mind. It's not even biological. So, but however, sports has not caught up with that idea yet, because sports still has two categories, male and female. But there are those who don't believe they're neither. So what do they do if they want to compete? I mean, it started back in, if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments there, with the MMA fighter who was a biological male and fought with the female and cracked the skull. And there are some even beauty contests that have been male and won against female contests. And now we are witnessing what's happening in the Olympics, that biological males are competing in the women's division for the boxing, and they're dominating. So these people are here, they are real, and what are we to do about that? Well, I have a few suggestions, and I would like you to also tell me what you think should be the best solution for this. And just a disclaimer, this is not a video to hate on transgender people, all right? This is just a video to have a discussion, an open discussion about the way forward, because it seems to me like the agenda of the Olympics is to help us all believe that gender is non-neutral. But I still believe gender is neutral because I read the Bible, and I'm a Bible-believing Christian that believes that God only created male and female. But that's not to say that the people that think they're neither are not real. Well, whatever they think, they are here. You and I are dealing with that right now. And in fact, the women's boxing champion has two biological male in the finals competing with each other, which means a woman is not going to win a women's boxing champion. I know that sounds really just far-fetched, but it's really what's happening now. So you and I are faced with these kind of challenges now in the world. And my question has always been, why can't we give the transgender community a category in their own sports? In other words, instead of just male and female in sports, we can have a transgender category. I mean, the Olympics has accommodated Paralympics, right? Where people who are disabled can compete against each other. But even that has male and female. So why don't we introduce a third category that is just neither male or female, it's just called transgender, and let all the transgender people compete with each other? Why couldn't we do it that way? Because right now, women, by the way, speaking of women, happy Women's Day. This is the day that this video is being posted. So women are the one losing out on this here. That's what I feel, because women aren't even in the final of the women's boxing. It's two biological male who believe they are women because that's the only category they can enter. Speaking of that, how is it that whenever we're talking about transgender in sports, that it's always a male who transgenders into a female and enters a competition against females, but never a female that transgenders into a male to compete against males? So I kind of feel like this whole thing is one-sided. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But it could just be my thinking, but that's, from what I've observed, that's what is happening. So this channel is to give us an opportunity to talk to each other and discuss such things. But I honestly think, like, really, now get on with the program, sports. Why don't you invent a transgender category so that women can stop losing out to biological males who do not want to compete with other biological male? Because when you do that, by the way, then you give them a chance to compete with each other, then it'll just probably end up being males competing with other males. That's pretty much what we need to happen. And that's what's going to happen now in the women's boxing champion in the Olympics. Two biological males will compete with each other. You might as well call that the transgender division because women aren't involved, correct? So what do you guys think of this issue? Should transgender have their own category in sports now? And if that's true, how will that go? How should that be organized? How would that work? I want to hear from experts in the industry on what you think about this, because it's high time we discuss it, because all we do now is just complain about women's rights and women's competition being destroyed by males who couldn't quite make it in the male category. Now they're going to take women's trophies. And I honestly think that that's unfair. So what do you guys think should happen? Let me know in the comments below. And if this made you uncomfortable, thank you very much for tuning in. This is why we're here for. I'll catch you on the next topic, and a thumbs up will be great so we can have more fun, uncomfortable discussions.